Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Graham Dreamboat Morrison. We are still unfortunately waiting for GoTV, but in the meantime, me and my good friend Justin Cyberwaste Lutz can give you a little bit of casting action as we have at least a log of what's happening while we wait for this GoTV, which will come hopefully at some point. Currently is Renegades up 5-0 after JKS 1-1v1 versus it's in Defuse the Bomb. He is in cruise control right now, Cyberwaste. 11-1 with 198 ADR. That's insane.
Absolutely insane, and one of the highly touted members of the Renegades roster. Aptly named Justin Savage, and that's pretty much an apt adjective to his playstyle. He's a very savage human being and one to be feared. But to bring you all up to speed, yeah, we are still waiting for a Go TV to come to fruition, and this is a second round matchup of the group stage of the Toyota Masters from Bangkok, and this is a Group A match, and the Renegades squad are playing against a Thai team by the name of Alpha Red, who surprised a lot of people in their previous matchup.
And also got to give a brief shout out to Infinite out in Twitch chat for giving us the idea to rock a little bit of radio action while we wait to hopefully get a GoTV at some point where we hopefully can actually see what's happening in the server. That'd be ideal. But there was, I'm guessing with that delay, there was a bit of a timeout between rounds. And now we should be just getting in here. Not buy is not amazing for Renegades. They actually have Liz on the MP9. There's 4 AKs in a Krieg on Mayorals. Seem to be a big proponent of that one. But Gratis Faction getting the opening kill. Jacob following up with one. That's Vita and QQ both removed from the server. Gratis dropped down to 19 HP. Still 2-man advantage here, Cyberwaste.
Well, if you're still on the field, you're still very much a threat. We saw many instances of that earlier in the first game against Tai Lu. Still no further progress in terms of the frag count. Alpha are still 2 men down, and we're just running under 1 minute. I'm a bit curious as to where they will go and how they will play, and how Liaz with the MP9 will be utilized. He's still on full HP, and really bringing up the rears as you can will run out another, get a 3K for himself, and Gratis Faction will clean out the final. And the flawless run for Renegades continues. 3 for Chicam, 2 for Gratis Faction, and the magic number is now 6 for Renegades. And well, they're sitting pretty.
And we are, of course, introducing Counter-Strike by EA, where the GoTV is DLC. Please subscribe. But that sounds like we're not going to have GoTVs, unfortunately. No one has it. No one's got anything for that. We'll stay tuned to see if that changes. On to the next round. Gratis Faction got a kill on the Mayorals, but Gigs got a big dig on to JKM. Asa managed to get a kill back the other way, so it is still advantage for Renegades. It's not really much of a buy. There's still a couple Deagles on the field. QQ and B&W. Gigs both have them. It's a Glock on Vita, saving up for that. Saving up for the AWP by running just a Glock this round.
He's very formidable with that with the AWP too. We'll be watching.
I thought you were gonna say he's formidable with the Glock there.
I almost did a slip of the tongue there. Liaz did get a couple with the MP9, so raking up a bit of that cash and make that another 3 for Liaz. 3 for Liaz and a good stocking, not only for getting him up to AZR in frag count in terms of 4, but well, it's good for the ego and good for the economy too, because the extra money that you get for SMG frags, especially on a side as expensive as the counter-terrorists.
Yeah, easy 1,800 into his pocket. He will never turn that down. But I do reiterate, if you are just tuning in, we still don't have GoTV yet. We're still waiting to get a GoTV. We're hoping it'll come at some point. No one has one. So this is the only way we get it. We get the radio, where we basically read the kill feed and try and tell you exactly nothing is happening.
We're kicking it super old school. We're doing it via Winamp, and we're actually doing shoutcasting, which is how the term was actually coined.
Yeah, this is how our grandfathers did it way back in 1920. And
yeah, they did it with the dictaphone and the knowledge of Morse code. Giggs has already been tagged up a little bit. He's down to 74. That will make the jobs easier for the M4s of Liaz and AZR. And JKM as well. The icon looked a little bit weird, but still, you definitely give it to the Renegades. 3 members do have kits. It'll depend on where they are positioned, but time is really starting to pinch the side of Alpha Red. We're running under 40 seconds. And there's been barely any exchange, nothing to write home about. And JKM basically silences that by getting rid of QQ, and JKS has claimed another one. But it is 2 for each side thus far. And it looks like
Well,
Alpha Red are really, really wanting to make a go of it, but JKS, Gratisfaction, and Liaz will just say no to that. And well, the half is won out in the least amount of rounds possible. 8 rounds in, 8 rounds for Renegades, and they are basically on cruise control. And Alpha Red, after being forced to scratch and claw their first 2 maps, they're being brought down to earth really, really quickly.
Yeah, it was an absolutely insane series with a 1916 overtime win over Tyloo, and followed that up with a 16-14 win. It was insane. They looked amazing. And now they're just getting absolutely dunked on by Renegades. That was weird. That Alpha Red game, that was back when we were actually able to watch games with Go TVs, which is always unfortunate. I
And
liked that when that happened. But you know, what can you do? We
yeah,
got a timeout right now. 8-0 is the scoreline. JKS is 13-2-1. Those 2 being the assists, 1 being the death. 158 ADR. He's doing everything possible.
and Cam's at 131 ADR, so definitely no slouch either. At an 11-5 line. I'm surprised with that much
Worth noting,
ADR. Yeah,
is a big Gratisfaction. He's got 4 flash assists because I can actually see that that's a statistic, which is always fun. So he's got flash assists too. He's doing good work for his team. And we have a timeout for some reason.
so
What
sometimes,
delay
sometimes
is?
that's the thing that not a lot of scoreboard people that scour the scoreboard seem to notice, like how much utility usage can play a role. Like we mentioned it in a round before, there was an average of what was it, 308 damage in the previous set for Alpha Red. It really shows how much good utility usage could really turn the tide of a map or even a round.
You know what my favorite part of this is, Cyberwaste, though? Currently in our we have been here 5.5 hours. We got into one Go TV. We've casted 2 maps. This is our 3rd one that we're getting to cast in 5.5 hours. And we're doing it old school without the game. We're just doing it with a list of what's happening. Well, what is
The
happening is we are finally about to go live we are live into the 9th round here on Mirage. Renegades are your CTs. Alpha Red are the Ts. It's AKs and the Krieg on Merrills. It's going to be an op on Gratisfaction. He's taken up very heavily. QQ is actually going to get that kill. And it's just rifles for the remaining Renegades players.
That's a big fact. That's a big person to actually take out very early on. Gratisfaction, a new introduction to the lineup, including Liaz in that statement. And he was brought over as one of the most touted AWPers coming out of this region from New Zealand. And Cam and AZR have claimed a pair, and AZR did get traded upon. Giggs did claim the scout there. So we are at a 3 versus 3. We're running just under a minute. And you'd barely give it to the side of Alpha Red in terms of HP, but Cam is barely tagged up. Well, not anymore. JKS has gotten rid of Veta. So now
Yeah,
the
JKS still alive. He's 14-1. This could be like the biggest dunking on a team we've seen in quite a while. It is a 3 versus 2 right now. 30 seconds left on the clock. Giggs and KNTZ both alive right now for Alpha Red. And now it is actually just KNTZ as JKM finds a kill. Yes, actually get the kill on the JKS, and JKM brings it down to a 1v1 versus Liaz. Now, who will remain tall? 30 HP on KNTZ. Liaz full health. 7 seconds left though, and Liaz gets the kill. Got a little hairy there, but it does rain through it. 9-0 for Renegades.
Even
Their
if they
CT
lost,
side is on fire.
even if they lost that, they still have nothing to worry about in terms of coin. You'd look at one of the members; they were basically over 10K before the buy, but they are fully bought into this round in terms of weaponry. Leaz counting over the AK, and nothing but deagles and a little bit of armor sprinkled across the side of Alpha Red, and they are having a rough time. Veta, a heavy hitter from the previous map, is gone, absolutely dead. A
Speaking of dead,
10 thanks to Gratisfaction at his AWP.
you know, it's Deegs for Alpha Red. It's gonna be a tough round. It's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a tough time. And well, we'll see what they can find. There's no armor on Meryl's. Armor on the rest of the players still alive. And 3 M4s, AK, and an AWP for Renegades. QQ taken down to 34. He's in a little bit of trouble. A little more damage coming through, but Meryl's getting a nice shot onto JKS. He's now tied for the last 2 rounds. It's not what you want to see from JKS. He was 14-1. I thought for a second he was going to go for an absolute run, but instead, he gets 1D right to the forehead. So 4-4, it's taken out. Down goes Meryl's, QQ, and Gigs. And well, now it's just Gigs. Yeah, it's a nice and easy clean round. 10-0. We are still hoping that we will get a Go TV at some point. No one has a Go TV at all. In the meantime, we are still got basically the scorecard and the kill feed. And I'm gonna read that. Hopefully, though, this is a 2-map set. We're hoping that we'll get a Go TV for the second map. We don't know whether that will be the case. But in the meantime, we get to keep you guys as hype as we can over absolute text. Meryl's, though, he's got a big opener with the Creek, picking off JCam. It's finally, I think, the first man advantage that Alpha Reds had, I think, maybe this entire series.
There was the initial one where they collapsed on Gratisfaction a few rounds ago, but that was very short lived. And Meryl's has actually really taken a liking to the scoped weapons. I've noticed there was the Organ Krieg usage in the previous set too, and it was really effective with that one. It won't be anymore thanks to AZR and his M4. That will do the deed. We are all square. Well, in terms of manpower, but in terms of HP, you'd give it to Alpha Red. Azza is tagged up badly. Is on 10 HP. We are under a minute in round number 11. And, well, the power is now in the hands of the Renegades. I'll have to really try to force Alpha Red's hand. They could use utility, and they could also use the clock to do so.
Oh, Gratisfaction. He's got a pair of op shots now. Azza's going to come in with the second of his. JKS getting the last one. And really, I mean, 11-0. Almost glad that we don't have a Go TV just because I can avert my eyes from the pain that is seeing Alpha Red be just completely dismantled, man. This is 11-0. 4 more rounds in the first half. It will be another buy, of course. Lost bonus coming in to the point that Alpha Red can basically perpetually buy. And Veda, he's picked up the scout. He's 1-11. This is a guy that was a big star in their 2-0ing of Tai Lu. And now they're just getting absolutely dumpstered. Meryl's Nits, JKM grabbing both of them. This is just hard to read, let alone watch.
Even in text form, it's even more brutal, and the brutality will continue. Jakam, JKS, and Leaz will all contribute frags, and Jakam will bag himself a pair and make that a 3K for him in very quick order. The magic number is now 12. It looks like it's just basically a contest between Jakam and JKS, being like, hey, who can top the board at the end of the half? And they're going neck and neck with each other, with Jakam now topping with 17 and JKS with 16. And, well, the sad state of affairs on Alpha Red, it could actually turn with QQ getting rid of Jakam, who is the front runner. But JKS will reply to him, and it's still going back and forth.
Veda got a second kill. Well, I mean, he died, and Gratisfaction just ripped Meryl's, and it's from the server, and now it's Gigs. Gratisfaction gets him too. So even the consolation prize of him getting a couple kills and there being man advantage for about a second is torn away as the Renegades are up 13-0.
That that felt a bit so quickly for them. Just really, really unfortunate. Gratisfaction yet again out of the game. Like, you see the top three fraggers on
So
Renegades: JKS,
here's
Japan, and
the
Gratisfaction.
yeah. Here's the kills: 17-4 for JKS, 17-8 for JKM, 15-3 for Gratisfaction, 9-6. Make that 10-6 for Azar. So he picks off one. Jacob gets two more. As Giggs and Veda both left alive. Leah's bottom of his team. He's 7-2. He has died 2 times. This game is 13 rounds in. That's disgusting.
That is absolutely gross. And poor QQ, he got torched to death. And then Veda got given his marching orders. That will be 3 for him, and another one to finish things off. The USP doing the deed. And to conclude the first half, Renegades are on top of the world and laying the boot into Alpha Red and laying it in hard. I guess after tying their first set with AGO, they'd be a little bit angry and really want to take it out on something, and they've found their prey, and they're really asserting dominance.
Yeah, one more round in this half. It's 14-0.
Cool.
And check him. One more kill. Azar gets one. Vita, his third kill of the half. Let's put him at 3-14. And Giggs brings back it. Another one. It's getting one too. Maybe the dream is over here, Cyberwaste. JKM Elias 2 versus 3 spot. This is for the last round of the half. Giggs has got the bomb down. What can JKM and Elias do on this retake? What will happen here, Cyberwaste? Will the dream die?
Two very sharp individuals on the side of the Renegades, that is for sure. And Jakam is heading the charge with 22. But with this much time elapsed, we're running under 20 seconds until the bomb goes, and both of the men fell down. Jakam and Liaz will fall to the hands of Veda and Giggs. And a consolation round, and finally, Alpha Red offer a rebuttal, and that's a change 14-1 in favor of the Renegades. Well, aside from that last round, you can't really fault the side of Renegades and how they played. It was basically a masterclass, and Alpha Red just didn't get respected. It really showed.
Oh man, that's absolutely brutal. But at least I got the consolation around. It's better than absolutely nothing.
It is true. I mean, we do have a brief break in proceedings. I'll give you match scores from around the grounds. Kingwin and 5 Power going at it on Train, it looks like. Kingwin are leading 5-3, and Tyler versus Team 1 on Train. Tyler is leading 5-3. And in amongst all that, we're already into the piss off. Keep forgetting that they do this really, really quickly, and we are down into a duel between Kids and AZR. And AZR will actually get the Renegades to match point in amongst that flurry of a pistol round. And
7 HP. It was 7 HP versus 3 HP between Azar and KNTZ, and Azar wins. I thought for a second, I heard someone join and leave. I was getting really excited. But instead, it's just 15-1. One more round here. 3 AKs, Galil, Mac 10. Looks like Alpha Red are going to be toast, and Giggs gets taken out. QQ down as well. Azar chiming in with a third kill on Tavita. So that's 1 for him. Leah's in Gratisfaction. Mayrolls in KNTZ to try and keep this alive is well, it's dire. JKM getting KNTZ, and come on, let's just have let's get JKS getting the last kill. Let's end it on a team ace on Mayrolls. 1 versus 5. Leah's is low, so that's something. And it will be JKS getting the team ace. Everyone chiming in, and that's a 16-1 for map 1 in this 2-map set. And I am hoping in Twitch chat, I need you guys to like put some emotes here for me. Give me some foreheads, maybe. No, Minglies. I need some Minglies in the chat as we hope that we get a Go TV for the second map of this 2-map set.
Actually, I'm kind of glad we did get a Go TV for that one, and even in text form, it was absolute brutality from the Renegades from start to finish. Alpha Red, they had such a good showing to start off, and they've gone stone dead. And hopefully, when we get back from the change, A, we have a Go TV, and B, Alpha Red can come back in the set. Because if they don't, it's just going to be a rough, rough time from here on out.
Oh man. Well, I I don't really have much more to say on this one. Uh, yeah, that was a haranguing. Like Gig's top fragged on his team, he was 9-16. Leah's bottom fragged, he was 8-4.
Oh, they didn't break double
Like,
digits on
so I
Alpha
can't.
Red. That's rough.
Yeah, it was 9-7-6-5-5 for Alpha Red. 25, 19, 16, 14, and 8 for Renegades. That's everything that you would not want to see. But we might actually have a special guest coming in for the next map as well. I'm not even going to say who it is. You guys have to be hyped, but he's kind of a legend in Australia. So we'll kick to kick the little music, maybe some ads. We'll come back. Hopefully we have a Go TV, and we might even have our special guest.
My creative New world plus more we wanna play กระจังหน้า glossy black we wanna be stars ล้ออันลอยสีทูโทนเบาะหนังสีดำดีไซน์สปอร์ต in the new world ภายในตกแต่งสีดำเปียโนแบล็คไปพลัสทำสนุกกัน Garage Creative Live Activated
บนโลกที่ทุกสิ่งสามารถเป็นไปได้ชีวิตเลยเต็มไปด้วยเส้นทางให้เลือกออกไปใช้ชีวิต Live alive
My creative New world plus more we wanna play กระจังหน้า glossy black we wanna be stars ล้ออันลอยสีทูโทนเบาะหนังสีดำดีไซน์สปอร์ต in the new world ภายในตกแต่งสีดำเปียโนแบล็คไปพลัสทำสนุกกัน
the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, a life destroyed. Until I woke awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Fly away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Can I be your superhero?
Ain't no love like real love, but it goes so fast. All tied up like a captive. I'm on to you. Used to pay to my mind life, standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I know my patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit What can I do to make you stay a little longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a little longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Run away, and I know, and I know, and I know I'm right now. We can change anything and make it better together. Now we're strong, don't question it. The truth will break your chains. We have the key. Open your eyes and see. We are the ones who know the answers, and they ain't never gonna hold us back. The sea is rising like we dancers. Imagine life without a purpose. Now picture everything you're fighting for. Now picture everything you're fighting for. Run away, and time will find a place that we call home. They can try anything, we'll make it better together now. Don't be afraid of letting go. I know there's more, we can be free. Open your eyes and see. We are the ones who know the answers, and they ain't never gonna hold us back. The sea is rising like we dancers. Imagine life without a purpose. Now picture everything you're fighting for. Now picture everything you're fighting for. Everything you're fighting for.
Me?
It would mean
Don't tell me it crashed. If it crashed. Okay, forget it. Let's go in game.
tired of hearing excuses you're making.
Ladies and gentlemen, I once again am Graham. Rainbow
Future is set, it is mine
Boots.
for the taking.
We are unfortunately Go TV less for the second time tonight. Or fourth time tonight. How many times it's been tonight? It's been a lot, but we got no Go TV. But I still am. In fact, here, Cyberwings is still here. Our special guest may rejoin us at some point. He was here briefly. He will come back apparently. But it is currently 2-0 for Renegades. They won a pistol round fairly decisively, and then they mowed through them on the follow-up round. So the 2-0 scoreline. Now this is where we can hopefully see them come in. And now our special guest has arrived. So
Ladies and
introducing
gentlemen.
the man, the myth, the legend.
Thank
Top
you
Gun.
very much, Caddy. There's no need for that kind of introduction. I'm just a man. My wife, I don't even agree with that. Thanks for having me, fellas. CappingTV. What a debacle we're having here, isn't it?
It's been a rough time.
An absolute debacle. They've given us a kill feed to stream off, huh? And this is it. This is my streaming break that I'm getting. Thank you, CappingTV, for having me. We're here to make this relatively interesting for the viewers.
We try and keep things going. And speaking of going, it's actually somehow we're in a situation where there's a man advantage right now for Alpha Red. It's just JKS 15 HP 1v3. As QQ's got a couple kills here. Top Gun, do you think he can pull it off?
Man, I have no idea how you know how much HP is on. Where are you getting your information from? Because I don't think we're getting the same feed here.
On the score, like on the scoreboard thing above the kill feed. Say like.
Oh, so you're a lot
That's
better than
Jacob's
I
got
am.
the
Okay,
15?
so it's Justin 15 HP up against 3, and as expected, comes out second best. That's fine. Okay.
About time Alpha Red actually started to flex their metal, and that will be the gap at now 1 and 3 will survive, but that's really good for the CTs, especially Barrels hanging on to the scoped weaponry. That's been a running trend in these sets thus far. He's loving the longer range weapons where you can pull the sights up.
Well, I got good news for you guys. You know what that is? Alpha Red has won as many rounds in this game as they did in the last map.
That's rough. Come on, mate. They're up against a great team in the Renegades, of course. It's a big ask for them to come out on top against Renegades.
That
Oh,
is very
absolutely.
true.
It's a
Very,
feel-good
very-
moment that they got the round in round 3 though, as opposed to round 15.
But in saying that, we took a couple of rounds off Renegades while they were here in Sydney. So props to us, isn't it? I think I 30 bombed against Renegades.
Touche.
I probably didn't, but I'll pretend that I did. No one will ever know the truth.
I'm not going to fact check you.
No, we'll just take your word for it.
In that case, I 40 bombed. Sorry.
The word is good. The word is good enough. JKM and JKS will claim
Justin with a
ahead.
couple of 1Bs there. That's what you want to see.
Indeed, Justin playing up to his surname. JKM will fall to Veta. But the bomb is now down. Leaz is taking care of that. Now Leaz a gratisfaction against Veta and Gigs. Well, the combined HP of Alpha Red is extremely poor, and even more so now with Gigs going down. So now 5 HP against 2 very angry Renegades players. And well, judging from the metric alone, Top Gun, I don't like their chances.
Yeah, 5 HP for Veta. It's not so good. It's not what you really want. And there it is, gratisfaction getting tap and dip.
Now, do you think he should have saved
round
that
was over.
situation? What do you
He's
reckon?
saving.
Oh, he
I'm
is
done.
saving? Okay, sorry.
It's 1 a.m. I've been here for 6
Okay.
hours.
No, that's
I
fine.
missed it. I just saw something change the coffee. I'm like, I must have died.
1 a.m. Whereabouts are you, buddy? 1 a.m. Where are you?
Victoria, British Columbia, Canada.
Beautiful. Sounds beautiful.
And Eddie's my sidekick in tons of casts and a very, very lovely human being.
Oh, downgrading me to sidekick? Oh,
You'd do the same thing if I did that. If you did
yeah, that's
that.
because you're my sidekick.
See, you just proved my point. And well, speaking of proving points, Alpha Red are proving that they came to play. Very clean run. Veta's claimed 2, QQ and Barrels have claimed 1. But actually scratched up a 3rd, and Leaz was the only person to reply.
I wish
That's
I was
actually-
someone's sidekick.
the gap is now 2. And well, Alpha Red, they're showing what they had proven is possible in the set previous.
It's a big force buy from them, isn't it? That AWP end up coming to good use only at the end of the round, but they got the round off the Renegades there. It's what you don't want to say as a Renegades fan, but props to them. Where are they from? Where are Alpha Red from, boys? Can you guys fill me in?
They're from
Thailand.
Thailand.
They're from Thailand, so they're the home team. I like them. I'll tell you what, I like them. I like them very much. My dad goes to Thailand every few months, living the dream. Comes back real happy, as if he'd just ended something. But that's my father now, and he we love my dad. He'll be there in a month. He might even see the Renegades boys there.
Yes, if it crosses paths, good times will occur. Jacam's already tagged up quite a bit. He's down to 32 in the early stages, and we're running to just around a minute. Renegades have bought up a little bit sparingly into this. Gratisfaction is saving, obviously wanting well, you can't really call it the big green gun anymore because, well, it's got so many different colors now. But it's
still
big
a
and it's
big green
expensive.
gun.
It's big, it's expensive, and it goes boom, and he really, really wants it. So he's saving up for that. Myrolls has claimed a pair with the Steyr Org. QQ's also there to assist, and Liaz does end up getting one. Liaz has proven his worth. He's actually got the bomb down in that instance. And JKS has actually replied to get one as well to QQ. So all things considered, a good outcome for the Renegades. That little bit of bolstering for the economy, but 3 will survive for Alpha Red. The bomb's defused, and we are tied.
Some good damage done there by the Renegades. Was waiting to see, I guess, on a force buy or a half force buy. I'm hoping.
Huge that they got the bomb as well. Like, that's just a boon for their economy.
T-side train here, isn't it? Yes, it is.
Yes, sir.
Just quickly, can you remind us what the outcome of the first map was? Just because anyone just tuned in.
16-1 for
16
Renegades
to
on
1.
Mirage.
And that, I'm assuming that was Renegades' pick, wasn't it, Mirage? And this would be Alpha
Yeah.
Red's pick.
That would be safe.
They
to
don't tell us
assume.
pick, but that would, yeah.
That
give
makes
me some-
sense.
We haven't had proper vetoes, but that would be safe to assume for this set. And Kins has got
Kens, that's his name. I was calling him something else. I won't say it on
Yeah.
your stream. Just
Hey,
in
you're,
case.
you are allowed to. It is an interpretation of his name.
Oh,
Trust me, I almost made the
Kuntz found the first frag against Gratisfaction. That's what you don't want to see.
There it goes. Yes.
But I won't say that again, fellas. Kuntz works better. I'll use that now that we know.
I don't even know if that's the proper way. I just was trying to,
It's probably
I was trying to do
the more
polite
appropriate way. There's not a right or wrong here. But a strong round there from Alpha Red, only losing 1.
Yeah.
At least Jackham hit a big dig.
Yeah, with a little bit of assistance from Mr. J, aka Liaz.
A lot of pressure on Gratisfaction this map, I guess. To train being a difficult map for the T's, you want to see his AWP put in some work here. It's what you want to see.
And speak of the devil, for the first time in the game,
I wouldn't be
Gratisfaction-
surprised here if he gets the entry frag or dies first. Okay, now we don't know what's going on here, but just looking at the kill feed, I'm expecting to see one of the two, and that's what you'd want to see. You know, win or lose the duel from Grat, you want to see him taking on that responsibility for the team. Needed
Worth
to
noting
do
as
so
well,
as an AWPer.
7 rounds in, Veda has more kills than he had in the first map, and he is like one of their star oppers. And he's an impact player for Alpha Red, so we'll see if he can meet anything. But Gratisfaction, as you called it, opening pick on 2 cunts.
See it, cunts.
There it goes. Lovely. And that's very much what the Renegades would want this earlier stages that may force.
Jesus.
Alpha Red to
If
sort
we
of
didn't
limit
know
their
anybody, you'd think I'd know a thing or two about Counter-Strike. I don't know how I flicked that one out of my bum, but good stuff. Good stuff. Great. Gigs the secondary AWPer now finds Justin. Jacob finds the revenge frag on him and finds Vader, the AWPer. Good stuff here. Great round here from Renegades. Take it away, sir. Sorry.
And Gratisfaction has punched in the digits to put it down. Jay, keep going, mate. You've gotten one on to QQ, and now there is only one man left standing. That being Myrolls with the AK-47 to hand. And aside from Mr. Aaron Ward, aka Azza, with a little bit of tagged up damage, Myrolls will be wanting to hightail it, wanting to hang on to that weaponry. If he can find an AWP on the way out, that would be a huge, huge piece for Alpha Red to hold on to.
So just to give you guys a mentality thing from a former player here, I would love to see the boys find the frag, and they did. Did they? Jacob did. Sorry. Okay, beautiful. I'll
Yes,
cut
he did.
myself short there.
Found him
That's
on
what
the
you want to see. It's a momentum thing. It's what you want to set yourself up for the next round. You don't want to risk losing too much money as a terrorist because they're just starting to. That was their first round one after losing 3. But you want to see him take that aggression, that momentum into the next following rounds. And as a counter-terrorist in that situation, even though you've got money, you can see they've got 2 AWPs out again, AUGs and all the rest. But it's just a mentality thing. It's them getting one over you, and you'd be surprised how important that is in a game like Counter-Strike. It's all mental, boys. It's a game of chess, one way or another.
Been an adage that a lot of people have gone to is the game of chess, or a lot of the games that require a lot of mental fortitude. And well, Top Gun giving us a good look into the looking glass and into the psychology and the trains of thought in Counter-Strike. But and amongst all that, we are at round number 9, and we are tied at 4, and we've been in a bit of a tug of war coming out, with Renegades winning the first 2 and just being a back and forth affair ever since. The longest string is 3 to Alpha Red. But, well, this is the back and forth affair that a lot of people were sort of hoping for after Alpha Red's first showing against Tai Lu, which they won 2-0 in the opening gambit. But JKM has gotten rid of QQ God. But Vader has struck back with a vengeance by dropping JKM. Liaz and Kins has gotten rid of Gratis faction. So now JKS and AZ are still left standing.
Never give up, never surrender, boys. Justin's still alive. Spear.
Indeed, Eddie has the best name ever, but not this time. Giggs will have the final say with a 3-3 at the Pua right through the body. And the lead's now seized by Alpha Red. Definitely a better showing than what was given to us on the first map. That much is for certain.
And of course, if you are just tuning in and wondering, well, what the hell is going on here? We don't have Go TVs. Fortunately, there is no Go TV.
Here at CappingTV, you don't need Go TV, fellas. Trust me, it shows real
Exactly.
class and real talent. These what these boys are up to. Keep up the great work, fellas. Still making a good watch. It's
And it makes it that
it's an
much
issue
more
with the
fun.
land. It's an
Makes it
issue
that
with
much
the
more
land.
fun when we bring in another hot Australian
Cut it
voice
off. I
into
told
this.
you, mate. I told you I'm married. Cut it off, mate. I'm telling you.
Oh, sorry,
I'm married. I
sorry,
can't.
sorry.
I appreciate the kind words, but I'm telling you, she won't like all this kind of flirting with me and that, you know.
It's just the voice. It's just the voice.
Cheers, Bella.
Vocal
good to
chocolate.
be-
Vocal chocolate.
be here.
Something that is good for the soul.
Why do you think I keep counting doing Australia casts even though I'm in Canada?
Touche.
The accents.
Well played. That's why you put up with me all the time. A bit of a broken bye from Renegades. They're really wanting to probably stop Alpha Red their tracks. They've thrown a lot into this as well on the side of Alpha Red. So if this goes awry, this could really hurt. We'll have to wait and see how the rest of the round plays out. We've still got plenty of time. At round number 10, and JKM has been dropped early. Giggs has done the deed with the AWP, which is a big investment, but it could pay off huge, especially on the counter-terrorist side of Train.
A quick kill there for QQ as well. And I mean, it is refreshing to see Alpha Red getting their feet kind of back under them as Meryl's with the AUG. He is loving that gun. Finds a kill on Gratisfaction. Gets roasted by JKS, as one does. But he's in a lot of trouble there, down to 17 HP. Still has Azure as well. So there's a window for the Renegades players to pull this off, but it is a 2 versus 4. And really, it's a UMP and a Deeg, so I'm not liking their chances.
But that's a huge turn of events. The bomb is now down. JKS did give up his life for it, and Azza did end up falling. But well, the Renegades, they'd be happy with that, all things considered. And Alpha Red will be feeling all right with that too. Both of the ops survive. 4 members are still up, and the most important part of all, they have the lead.
I'm obviously a Renegades, biased towards Renegades here for all the obvious reasons. But I just want to say how happy I am to see Alpha Red, a Thailand team, taking it to a team like Renegades. Being at their home land, it's important. I never got the opportunity to play like a major tournament in Australia, but I just could imagine how much it means to me to play in front of just even more than 5 Aussies. Aussies that aren't just my teammates and management and things like that. So I really hope they put out a good showing here, Alpha Red. And I'm not saying I want to see them beat the Renegades, but I wouldn't mind to see them deserve it either. So good shine from the Thailand, the locals.
And they've already had a good start as well to the day because they 2-0'd Tyloo, which was
They
I-
2-0
I-
Tyloo.
yeah, they won 19-16,
Get outta
16-14,
here.
and I damn near shit myself when I saw
Well,
that.
there you go. So I don't know what I'm talking about here. So they're a big team. So let's screw them. Let's go Renegades, boys. This is a great matchup. 2-0 against Tyloo. Good effort. No, that's happy. That's what you want to see. That's what you see from the road. And you'd be surprised how much that comes to playing in your home nation helps in situations like that, especially against a team like Tyloo. So good on Renegades for taking out the first map the way they did. And here we see a 3 versus 2 in favor of Renegades. Boys, take it away.
A couple kills coming in with the pistols. Leah's with the P250, Azar with the Deagle coming back in, keeping it with that 3v2 advantages. Just pistols though. Giggs has the AWP. Merrills has his patented AUG. And he will find the next kill onto Azar. We'll get one onto Leah's as well. And now it's just Gratisfaction. He gets the kill. 1 versus 1 here, Cyberwaste. Giggs on the up. Gratisfaction on a Glock.
How did we lose that spiel?
Rest in
That's
peace.
a bit of a bum luck, Gratis. Better luck next time. Giggs will do the final bit of damage to put.
Do you
him
guys
down.
know if Giggs AWPs usually on other maps as well? Is he main AWPer? Is Vader main AWPer? You've already mentioned Vader. The
With-
Giggs seems to be putting up with a good showing as well so far this game. Some crucial frags. Not lots of frags, but crucial frags.
Yeah.
From what I can tell, just from like a little bit, Giggs is their secondary upper, Veda's primary. But they've run a lot of double up setup, so you can tell that they're comfortable having both of them with it.
Good stuff. That's what you like to see. What I like to also make note of is the scoreboard there for the Alpha Red. They're very close. 6 to 10 between 5 players, 4 frags difference. That's what you want to see. If you're managing that team, if you're coaching that team, if you're a part of that team, a close scoreboard is always good for your confidence. You know what I mean? It means the teams are always pulling their weight. Frags, the crucial frags are being made as opposed to not, which opens up gaps for teams like players like Leaz and Justin to really abuse. So all around a good team showing from Alpha Red. Send 4 up against CT side Train.
50 seconds left in this round, and no one's died. That's interesting spot to be in. Gratisfaction with the AWP is going to want to have some kind of an impact.
Something Renegades
what
do
next
very
will be.
well, I think, using the time. They seem to become a team that really likes to leave things late as they kick it off here with a Molotov onto Justin. Justin, though. 1-for-1 trade. Back to 4-on-4. It's what you want to do as a terrorist. That helps more on the attacking side. Going down, though, to Fader's AWP here. As you said, the main AWPer. Bombs planted, though. How have they done that? Successive frags now. Grat left with the bomb down. Low HP. Up against 3. 2 AWPers, though. If anyone can do it, you'd love to see Grat.
Confidence builder on the new team coming in, looking like a star in a 1v3 would be absolutely beautiful. But
Especially
it's
when you
actually going
can't
to be
set up
Veda
your bombs.
to just defuse the bomb.
Yeah, fair
So
enough. Maybe chopped it to the save there. Not a bad decision, I guess. We don't know the situation. We're assuming it was a rough one for Gratisfaction. Of course, no gay TV here at CappingTV, so anything could happen.
we're going to pretend that it's not a case, or hope that it's not a case where he drops down into the smoke and is like swinging his knife and just can't land it. No,
That
he was.
would be rather
Here's with the
embarrassing.
heroic. He managed to like juke out a shot, but just wasn't able to get to the bomb in time. Managed to hang on to it though, and maybe he'll have a bigger impact with it this time. It's gonna be a force through Galil on Leas. I personally hate that gun. And Gratisfaction picked up by Veda.
There he is trying to open the round up for his team there. Obviously come out second best to Vader. It's a good frag from Vader. Those they're easy to make day to day, but when it matters most, they're tricky and they're very important. That 5v4 advantage is key. What I'd like to see is if anyone picks up the AWP from there you go. Leaz has grabbed that AWP, got rid of the Galil. I wonder if he hangs on to it. So I know Justin likes the secondary AWP, but oh look, no, he's picked it up and found the frag onto Cunts. It's rough.
And Leaz has had a history of trying out the AWP. Like he used to on previous teams, he used to trade with the right hand man of Hats. He used to play a lot in a duo with him on order. But that's Leaz meeting an untimely demise. QQ God will finish him off and take JKS as well. And as has gotten the trade out onto Veda, there's a huge piece taken off the table for Alpha Red. He's actually topping the board at the moment. Not by much. He's actually tied with QQ God. So all things considered, a good state of affairs, but not so much anymore. My feed actually just finished up. Giggs did end up getting 2. Jakam did try to square things up, but 2 will survive. And well, Alpha Red, they're alive and kicking.
Hey, I might want to hit a quick refresh there, Justin. I think you fell a little bit behind there.
I did indeed. I'm actually using the patented GoTV, the HLTV app on my phone, and it's being extremely strange.
I like what you've done on the stream, just quietly. Can I say how you've set it up? How you guys do that quickly yourselves with the with the kill feeds either side?
That is a big shout out to you and me, our production guru.
Good work, doing their bit here, I guess, pulling their weight in hard times. And a quick round there for Alpha Red. What was a eco for the Renegades? 10-4 last round of the half. Sorry, mate.
Shout out to Azar though. He got a flash assist. Always got to call it the guy that's willing to throw the flashbangs and having it work.
There's something new to me. I didn't know you could see the assists with flashes and that sort of stuff. What a great job Counter-Strike are doing there at Valve. I don't know who to thank, but they're doing great work there, straight out.
Whoever codes the score bot would be my guess.
Well, how good is that? I mean, that's really impressive. I never got to, and I'm glad because I never really bought flashes. I was always banked up for my teams because I didn't utility. Yes, starts off thanks to the Justin flash. So look at that. I love that. I love that.
It's nice to see the support players getting the love that they deserve. But QQ, I mean, he's on fire right now.
Isn't he just? Yeah, definitely.
Oh my God, whips out the Deke in 1D.
1B. It's a 1B. That would have looked fancy. Liaz with a quick double now finds himself in a 1v1 from a 1 versus 3. Come on, Liaz, give us this final round, champion.
Both players full HP, and he's actually going to get the headshot in.
What a round that would have been to watch, guys. Just imagine what just happened, okay? 6 players left. Liaz, QQ God takes out 3. Liaz finds him and takes out the last 2. That was a great round. That would have been a great round to watch, guys. But here we are, twiddling our thumbs. It's probably a horrible round. They're probably all flashed and looking at the floor and trying to plant bombs. You never know. You never know what might have happened. Or it could have just been a bunch of 1Bs. You know, it's just use your imagination.
The power of imagination. You can paint that in your head.
That's what we're endorsing here.
I 1B'd a ton of people, and you would all be none the wiser. And for some weird reason, I'm a little bit out of action with the scoreboard. So
well, we're into the pistol right now, and Naz just grabbed the pair. Elias did fall, but again, this looks to be very smooth round for Renegades. They've got 2-man advantage right now. It's a 4 versus 2.
Essentially a fast round too. I think a rush there from Alpha Red. Probably didn't work out the way they imagined. A couple of 1Bs, like you said, from AZR. Something to make note of. Every kill so far every kill that round was a headshot. So a clean round. It's what they want to see. It's what you want to see in terms of a comeback. It's confidence. Everyone's hitting their 1-taps. Everyone's hitting their 1Bs. Brat. That's what you like to see. For a comeback. As a Renegades fan, again, guys, I apologize. I'm a bit biased.
It's completely acceptable. And, you know, some of these players, like, I can't speak to any of the Renegades guys specifically, but there are a lot of players that, you know, if they don't get those kills off the bat, it can kind of slump them for more of the first half. They need kind of the pistol round to get into it. And so seeing a few guys, especially some of the slower starters on Renegades, hitting a couple shots is definitely a good sign.
It's all a mental game.
And well, this round is being quite slow paced right now. Finally, Kuntz is going to go down to Azar. The FAMAS kill. Don't see enough FAMASs come out.
Onto Kuntz. Aaron likes to show Kuntz who's boss. That's what he usually does. My memory of him anyway.
And who can blame the guy?
Handsome.
You can even see in his HLTV picture, he's got that nice ball cap on. You know, that means that he's business, right? He's got the ball cap. Well, there's 3 quick ones. JKS with a pair with the MP5. What are your thoughts on the MP5?
Me personally, I love it. I loved it in 1.6. I loved it in Source. I don't remember if it was in Source, but I love the gun, right? I really did, but and it's back. It's a horrible gun. You know, I don't think many pro players use it, even though Justin does. That's what I like to see. I'm one of the few players that use it in my team, and most players that I come up against usually gets this. It's very weak, but just that sound, that you know, you can tap it quickly. It's just a feeling. That's what it is. It's a feeling. The MP5 gives you a feeling. It's nostalgic. And that's why I like to use it. But in terms of its, you know, utility and how good it is, I would have no idea. Grat with the quick double. Another quick round. I'm assuming there would have been another eco there, third eco there for. Were they guns? I don't even know.
I actually just.
I don't even know. I missed it.
It's
Sorry,
It
I
was
sitting
so
at the phone.
fast I didn't get a chance to
It was
look.
so fast. I'm assuming they were eco. No, I think they were buy there. I'm looking at their money.
Look at that money. It
Wow.
looks like
They
just
did
bought
buy.
in,
That's a
got-
fast round there. That was.
They
a
just
big
got
shot.
bought in and decimated
Mm.
by the Kanatera side of Renegades. And
We get to use our imagination here. I reckon a couple of them there might have no-clipped to the terrorist spawn coming out from behind. You never know. You never know in these
but
situations.
I'd like to think that there was a collateral involved at, say, Ivy or something like that. Maybe that was the case. And Jickham did bag himself a pair before being replied to, but I'd say that any frag that Alpha Red could get their hands on in this instance, they haven't bought into this. Anything they could get to get rifles out of the hands of Renegades and forced rebuys is a good idea.
Yeah.
Any frag that Liaz could get, because he has the MP9, anything that he can get his little bits on, he'll be happy with that
And
as well.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him get a couple of frags here. I reckon they would have sent him on his way to go perhaps make some money for himself and for the team.
Yeah, 2 players left, being an easy 1,200 sliding into his bank account. You know,
Charge! That's what they used to say. Charge! Get him! Get him, you animal. AZR says no, thank you, though. I'll take this one. Justin will take the other. So what do you guys reckon? Do you reckon Liaz will hang on to that MP9? I wouldn't be surprised if he does. The money maker, he's cashed up so far.
Knowing how he has played in the past, I'd say he'd be very much inclined
Yeah.
to hang it on to that weapon. He's
And a
big
good decision
fan,
to do so.
big fan of the subs, and
Well,
knowing
he's
how
not gonna
strong they
do it.
are now. No, he's not
He
going to
didn't
do
do
it.
it.
Oh, he's called our bluff. He's paying attention. Screw us, he reckons. You guys know nothing. Get out of here.
Jay, what do you take me for? Come on, man. Don't do that. Anyway, Alpha Red.
Good discipline, I got to say. That show good discipline to wipe. It's easy to hang on to that gun to just say, I'm going to charge and kill too. But at this level of the game, you know, you want that discipline and say, look, I don't need to. I don't want to risk losing the round. I'm not trying to make money anymore. We've got the money we need in our bank. It's about winning the round now. It's good discipline.
And it might be something that you would have seen different if it was kind of earlier in this game coming off the 16-1. You might see the little bit of disrespect to keep it on.
Yes.
But now I think in a 10-9 game, he's a little bit worried.
All aboard, fellas. All aboard.
All aboard the hype train. A little bit of damage exchanged. QQ down to 69 early on. Just under a minute here. And Aaron Ward did get a little bit of a tagging up too, as it are a little bit worse for wear. But still at a stalemate in terms of manpower, but not for much longer. Veda let the AWP sing, and AZR heeded his call and fell to his death. And there was another one traded back from Jacam. Got himself a pair, as a matter of fact. The import really put
Make it a
in
trio.
work. And Liaz actually got one, and yeah, making a trio for Jacam. Really put the hurting on Alpha Red in this later stage. Now QQ in a 1 versus 3. And amongst this, you wouldn't be liking his chances. He did end up getting one. Jam made his device, but JKS put a bow on that one, and we are level at 10 apiece.
And while we're at 10 apiece, I do just want to reiterate to anyone who's just tuning in, this is the second map of a 2-map set. First map was 16-1 to Renegades. We do not have Go TVs. We will not be able to get them. This is unfortunately the best that we can do. Casting off the kill feed. But we're doing it because we love you guys and we wanted to provide you with more entertainment than you just reading it yourself.
Showing your
That's why we're
class
here.
is what you're doing, fellas. Showing your class and skill. You know how easy it is to cast the game? Watching the game? That's for beginners. Around here at CappingTV, mate, we do it off a kill feed.
Yeah.
We don't mess around.
We paint the match progress with our minds, and it's a wonderful experience.
Go do yourselves a favor and watch something you want to watch. All right, and you keep your ears tuned in here. That's what we're doing. We're providing for you guys to do more with your eyes. You're welcome. Thank us later. be sure to subscribe to Top Gun TV and or Capping TV for the boys.
Take a bow, sir. I couldn't have put that plug better if I tried.
I'm a sellout, mate. I apologise. I am a
Don't
sellout.
don't apologize if it happens. If it happens naturally, I say go for it. Gigs and Kunz has gotten a pair. Jakam and Liaz has done the same. Liaz has gotten 2, as a matter of fact.
It's a good round from Liaz. Now we're on versus 1. Orpa versus Orpa. Vader, though, only has an AK. Thank you, Greatest Faction. Solid frag there. Shine his dominance as who runs the Orp in this game.
Gratisfaction guaranteed. I tell you that much. And Gratis has actually decided to start singing because he's having a bit of a rough time at a 10 and 12 scoreline, and we're going into round number 22. On the CT side, the AWP is stronger more often than not, so maybe this is the time that Gratisfaction shines and really gets himself going, because maybe he's just lacking the confidence, and the more frags he gets, the more he'll be feeling a bit of a groove. And going against a bit of a pseudo buy from Alpha Red that looks to continue that trend going, unless Alpha Red can pull off a 1B or 2, which is entirely possible. We've watched a lot of CS in Australia and Asia.
It seems to be the favourable round, isn't it? Seems.
And as we are talking about classic Australian stuff, it's the fact that we haven't run into a ping issue yet, or like internet is a good sign. We just don't have a Go TV, so it's the lesser of a few evils that could come up.
Fair play, Mr. Morrison. Fair play to you.
And to those of you who can't, are wondering why we just burst out laughing randomly, our producer, who you guys can't hear.
Oh, they can't hear him.
CappingTV can't. Your stream.
We look like
your stream can. But he said,
okay.
"I want to die," and then we both
Okay.
burst out laughing.
Yeah, we probably look like nutcases. There's good reason for it. Sorry.
It's been a long day for not only the producers, the players as well, and also the viewers at large, who I know have been here clamoring for this set, and we do thank you all for your patience.
Just a quick insight. How long have you guys been live forecasting these games?
6.5 hours.
6.5 hours. And how much longer do you guys think you'd be going for?
I have no idea.
So this is the effort you guys put in here.
We do have a second shift coming. We're not expected to go like the full 13, which is nice. Aside from you and me. You and me, our producer is, and he's a poor bastard because of it.
That's it's just something to take note of. It's a big effort put in from you boys, and we do appreciate it as viewers. People don't understand the work put in the back in the in the back scene and all that sort of stuff. So I know, I've seen it, I've witnessed it, and now that I've got a bit more insight to it, I think I might just hopefully stay a pro gamer for a bit longer, because screw that.
Hold the phone. Mario's just dropped a 4K with the SG.
That's huge.
He's still alive.
Was that in quick succession? Do we know how quick was it?
It was rapid.
Okay.
Yep. JKM, Liaz, Gratisfaction, all fell
huge
to
round
the
from
test.
rolls.
And Vader did give Aaron Ward his marching orders. And that is a huge round from Murrows. He's been favoring the scoped weaponry all set. It was all through the Tyloo games, and it's been a constant in his buys. And after these changes to the scoped weaponry, I'd say it's paying off in spades.
What a great job done by Counter-Strike to bring in the meta, to bring these guns, the SG, the org into the meta, right? Just something else to consider, something else to buy. So I'll tell you what, being an ex-pro player, the Valve boys actually used to come around and ask players, specifically one by one, have a chat about what they think about the game. And that's why Counter-Strike is the greatest multiplayer game in the world. Okay, clip that, use that. Okay. There's no doubt about it. They give a crap over there at Counter-Strike. They give a crap about me. They give a crap about you, the viewer. That's what it's all about.
You won't get any arguments from me or Mr. Morrison. We do cast other games, but I don't think you'll get an argument out of myself or my co-caster.
Okay, fine. I'll join you for the other games too. Stop, don't yell at me. You know what I mean? I'm married. I've got a kid. There's no need to swear. I'll join you. It's fine.
I'd
okay? We'll talk
actually
about it later.
disagree. I came from Team Fortress 2, and I still have a soft spot for that game in my heart.
That's fair enough. That'd be like someone coming to me and telling me Counter-Strike 1.6 is better. I'll tell them, don't worry, mate. I used to have a six-pack when I was 7 years old. I miss those days too. And here we are now with my double Ds, and it's all good.
Happy
As
days.
Renegades find them to, what have they done here? They've reset their economy for the Alpha Red.
13-11.
It
It's a
could
lot
be the-
closer, at least, than the first map.
a lot closer, and definitely something that Alpha Red would have wanted. They probably just mentally reset after about maybe halfway through the opening map. They're just like, well, this is a lost cause. Just recenter, go to the next map, and they've definitely put the fight to the Renegades, but they're running out of chances to basically sing and do what we know they're capable of. And we go into round number 25, and looking at their buy on the side of Alpha Red, you'll be like, what buy? There's nothing here. All there is Deagles.
Yeah.
And Grant's faction with the AWP is just really running over people.
Going for the win, considering that in force by the Alpha Red, because they could have force bought up to just to buy some pistols and I'm assuming some armor as well.
Not
Means they
even
want it.
armor. Not even armor. Only
Not
the
even.
pistols were bought.
Well, there you
So
go.
they're definitely saving up for something big. Maybe their last
That's
hurrah,
a
'cause they
crucial
can't
kill
buy
there
it.
from QQ God, who looks to be having an amazing game there. Finds himself with a 1D onto Grat, who is an AWPer. So it's just safe to assume that would have been long range. That would have been a magnificent shot. Someone clip it for God. Someone clip that kill feed for God, because I reckon that was a huge shot. I reckon.
Absolutely massive. Probably the biggest shot we've seen in Counter-Strike history. Just definitely right up there.
You'll just never know. It's tough.
Pain
What's
it
your
with it.
imagination? Some good
Pain
damage.
Probably
it
like
though.
a wall. Like he was doing the op spam through like T-Con through the wall, but instead did it with a deagle and one dinged him because we can't
Yeah.
tell it's a wall bang. It was probably a wall bang. It was probably just absolutely insane.
Wait, we can't tell if it's a wallbang. Spear one. Bloody hell, they're doing a great job there at Valve.
Yeah. And Aaron Ward's gotten himself a pair, and that's the entire side wiped out. They're at 14. Alpha Red are at 11. And well, judging from their economic standing on the side of Alpha Red,
The
they're
must
going to
win.
have to throw something at it.
It's a must win here for Alpha Red to give themselves half a chance into this match. A win here would ensure them another gun round at least. So that's what they'd want and what they'd need to bring themselves back into it. But you never say never. I'll tell you now straight out, Counter-Strike is the type of game where mentally you have to stay strong. You have to stay positive no matter what the scoreline is. I'll tell you straight out, I've lost a LAN in a period where we were considered the best team in the country when we were 14-1 up, 13-2 up on the same map, actually, Train, I remember. A LAN in Adelaide, and we were 13-1 up, or 13-2 up, or 14-1 up, and we actually ended up losing. And I always knew to never give up and never surrender. But when you lose that situation, it reminds you that if I can lose this, we can definitely win it. And even though they've lost God, who's so far been their best player this match, it's that mentality has to remain strong here for Alpha Red. And Renegades have to stay focused.
You gotta like the confidence of a guy putting God at the end of his name, believes in himself that much. And,
As an atheist, I think it's ridiculous. Sorry, that's for another topic. That's for another podcast. I apologize.
Oh, JKM's got another kill. Giggs killed himself. That's always fun. I mean, I wouldn't know from experience, but
Giggs has committed suicide. How do you reckon? Let's talk about it. He's jumped off the train. Easy. No one got an assist though, so you'd never know. I have no idea what just happened.
He went down ladder and didn't realize it. Dropped down pop dog. And
finally, the train started moving, and he got hit by a train. Vader though almost wins a 1-versus-3. Grat ends up taking him out with a USB. So a tight round. What would have been close? Vader would be spewing because he did get that kill on Justin. I can only assume some shots were fired, some shots were missed. That was probably a shocking round for the Renegades boys, but they're happy to be coming on top. That's from my experience anyway.
They'd be extremely grateful for Grat's faction bailed them out because Vader could have run roughshod on the defense for Renegades, but one bright side for the boys, where they are at match points. And JKS and Grat's faction do have the ops to hand. There are 4 kits. There are 3 M4s. And it'd be safe to assume that the Renegades players, in terms of utility, they're loaded to the gills.
Is this where I suggest the feels bad moment where if Giggs hadn't committed suicide, It's a 2 versus 3, and then he
Yeah.
and me have not been able to kill Stratus back.
Verda's thinking, I've tried my best. How are you killing yourself?
Well, he
Well,
redeems himself. He
Giggs,
picks
though,
up Azar
finds
with
himself.
CZ.
That's a big prize, and really showing the power of the CZ75 and heavy hitter in AZR. A big frag early on, and that might really. The side of the Renegades, they are very strong and very strong-willed, but that might rattle them a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. Grada's faction is still standing tall, and just in amongst that flurry, the bomb is actually down. There were frags exchanged. 3 versus 3, and Justin's
Justin with the York.
quickly changed that.
Well, 3v1 now. Ameros, he's taken out as well, and that is going to do it for the game. Renegades win 16-11. And
I
maybe
was almost
we'll have
hoping
GoTV for
Renegades
the
would
next
lose
one.
that round so we could so I could stay here with you. But the Renegades do come out on top. Thanks for having me, boys. What a debacle, huh?
Absolute
I hope this happens more
pleasure.
often because if you guys had the GoTV, you probably wouldn't care about me. You wouldn't ask me to come.
Well,
I'll
I'll tell you,
guys
I
probably
will make,
said, screw it, it's a kill feed with Casanov. We could probably use him. He doesn't stop talking shit. We could probably need him. Huh?
I'll make a deal with you, Talcon. Anytime me and Cyberwaste are casting, anytime you feel like crashing, you are welcome.
Champ, that's what I like to hear, brother.
Yeah.
Happy to be a part of it, mate. Thank you for having me, fellas. Well done, the Renegades. When do they play next? Aren't they playing against soon? I'm going to hold you to that. I'll still be here. I'm not going anywhere.
I
take a look.
believe that I believe that is their last. That is their last match on this stream
No,
for
they're
today, I
supposed to-
believe.
They are supposed to have 2 more games today, though. They're supposed to
Yeah,
play
but-
Team 1 and Tyloo.
Yeah, indeed. And
But once
that'll be
both of
the
them are on
end of-
Vortex, not us. So
yeah.
we don't get those games.
Pleasure. No dramas, boys. You guys know where to find me. I'm here anytime you just need me. Thank you for having me, fellas. All the best with it all. Hopefully they sort out their GoTV. CappingTV chat. Thank you for having me, boys. Love yous. Appreciate yous.
Thank you for coming on.
Have a great evening, good sir, and drive
My
safe.
pleasure, boys. I'll see you soon.
So, yep. So, good night. Now, Mr. Morrison, what else do we really have to deal with? Before we do move to a break, we'll briefly go over the current scores and state of affairs. Heroic and MVP Project Korea are going at it, and they've played one map. They're on the second map of their best of 2. Heroic has gotten the better of MVP 16-2, and are living 9-2 in the second map. Kingwin and 5 Power. 5 Power has actually gotten the better of Kingwin 16-11 and are leading on the second map of Dust 2. They're in the early stages there. And Tyloo and Team 1. Tyloo has bounced back after the opening set and has gotten up over Team 1 16 rounds to 4. And at the change on Overpass, Team 1 is actually leading 8-7. So that will be an interesting game to keep an eye on in the current state of the table. Just judging from my quick maths, Alpha Red and Renegades will be tied with the same record of 2-1-0. Actually, no, it'll be 1-0 for Alpha Red. And the next match that will be on stream will be Kingwin and Pro 100. But now we shall wait for those other matches to conclude, and we shall return when those matches do come to hand. You are watching our coverage of the Toyota Masters from Bangkok, joined by myself, Justin Luke, my co-caster, Graham Morrison, and my producer, you and me, for CappingTV. We thank you all for your company. One final thank you to Top Gun for dropping by, and we shall return very shortly. Thank you for your company and your patience.